This post-apocalyptic podcast contains some foul language, dark humor, and depictions of well-warranted violence. You have been warned. Proceed through the vault door at your own risk.
Honey, I'm home.
Oh, rats.
Why, Susan, what's the matter?
We've been invited to the White Spring for the grand opening of their new store promenade.
Gee, that sounds swell.
Oh, but Jim, I'm terrible at these kind of social gatherings. I'll foul it all up with my blubbering. And I'm terrible at haggling fair prices from those robots.
Well, Susan, have you heard of new Grape Mentats?
Grape Mentats? You mean by those same swell folks who brought us original Mentats?
The very same. New Grape Mentats will offer an instant boost to your nature. It gives you more pep. Vim Vigor. But that's not all. It fully restores your vitality and youthful aura, making you more charismatic at any gathering. Why, you'll be able to charm the bees off the honeysuckle.
Why, that's just nifty.
Natch, Susan, natch. Now, pop one of these babies and get back in the kitchen. I'm in the mood for some pie.
Oh, Jim.
Yes, Susan?
Not now. I have a headache. And ladies, if you love Grape Mentats, you'll just love the new multi-flavor combo pack from MedTech. Ask your friendly Arctos pharmacist today.
I intend to find tactical nuclear devices as soon as possible and turn this entire place into glass. Stop playback. Seek journal entry. Eve of reclamation. Vault 76. 1 day to reclamation. Done. I completed my final goats today. I almost messed up on the final question. That tool Chad from sublevel 3 just drew a straight line down the multiple choices, announced done, told me to eat a dick, and took a nap. He's so weird. I met up with Jake and Amada for some frosty Nuka-Colas at the cafeteria to talk more about our plans together once that vault door finally opens. There's going to be a massive party tonight. The overseer dropped by our table for a quick pep talk. Man, I can't wait for that door to open. A clean slate. We have the potential to remake the world better than it was before. Jake, Amada, and I all agreed to head out together first thing in the morning and scout out the perfect plot of land for our farming community. A nice, wide, flat plot, close to some running water. We're going to build our farmhouse aligned to the compass points, like they did in the old days, to maximize the heat of the sun, which will help us in the cold months. It's kind of amazing. Out there, we can do anything, be anything. Be the best we can be. The 376ers. Tomorrow it begins. Yeah, right. Seek entry day 65. Appalachia, day 65, 54 degrees Fahrenheit and windy. Whatever bountiful gods had bestowed upon me an endless supply of dog food whenever I stroll past Mama Dolce's have forsaken me. Life in the wastes has become increasingly lonely and desperate. I have been living a meager existence off mole rat chunks, which have the textural taste of moist socks and the odor of unwashed raider corpse. I'd cornered a party of Scorch near Morgantown in hope of loot. However, Chad materialized out of nowhere, back from the dead, took all the loot, and then shot me in the testicles with a railway rifle. I must find family and community. To have people to talk with, to build with, would be everything. We can be more. It'll be Christmas soon, but I couldn't feel any less charitable. Appalachia, day 66. 48 degrees Fahrenheit, freezing rain. A slim chance of redemption. It's only been a few months since I first set foot out of the warmth of the vault. For whatever reason, Jake and Amada did not wait for me that morning. I never found out why. Our plan had always been to build a farming and trade community, to offer care, food, and warmth for passers-by. Maybe begin a farmer's market for other vault dwellers to share, sell, and exchange all kinds of fresh-grown food. Back in the vault, I had a bit of a green thumb, nurturing a small plot of razor grain in the community garden. But they abandoned me, and I haven't seen either of them since. Until this morning. As I was scouting for food to the northwest, I spotted Jake dashing across the bridge on the outskirts of Point Pleasant. Before I had a chance to call out, he simply vanished. Since then, I've been trying to track him down, but this is complicated by the fact that he no longer goes by the name Jake. My Pip-Boy indicated his transponder now reads General Penis, with a 1 where the I should be. General Penis. Having seen it, it's not exactly 5-star. Appalachia Day 66 continued. My hunger grows. I'm starving. I had some sugar, salt, and some irradiated plants for lunch, making a kind of gross paste. The sugar helped cut some of the bitterness of whatever weird plant this is. I consulted my Vault-Tec plant life guide, but none of these new species appear anywhere in it. I headed north out of Point Pleasant along the old Route 81. As I was passing a bombed-out car wreck, I heard a cheerful tune rising to the north, getting closer. Arming my pipe pistol, I crouched behind the wreck and spotted a Mr. Handy leading a prancing pack of rad rats. I think my invented lunch has caused some mild hallucinations. Appalachia Day 66 continued. I decided to make camp for the evening and resume my search for Jake in the morning. I was utterly exposed on the roadway, but I spotted an old rowboat and a nearby island that would offer some isolation and protection for the evening from trigger-happy vault dwellers. I finished setting up a pleasant little fire and have set up my tent. I found an old picnic spot nearby with a dog-eared but still legible recipe for some iguana soup. It sounds absolutely disgusting, but I'm giving it a go. Let's see. 2 parts boiled water, 2 parts silt bean, 2 teaspoons of Mrs. Rash spice mix, and at least 2 cups of squirrel bits. Damn. It's the only thing I'm missing. I saw some squirrels running out around towards the center of the island earlier. I'm Vault-Tec certified in animal calls. It was an elective, so this shouldn't be too difficult. Be right back. Chickadee-chee! Chickadee-chee! Chuck, chuck, chuck! Chickadee-chee! Gotcha. Very still. Yeah, you're a fat little guy, aren't you? You're gonna go in my belly. Where'd you go? Ow! Ow! Get off me, you little bastard! Ow! Ow! He stole my hat. Right. Dinner ruined. Fire is out. Get it together, Simon. Tomorrow's a new day. You know, all things considered, it's really a quaint little island. The stars out here are breathtaking. Despite everything, it's these little moments, this serenity that give me hope that everything will work out all right. There's something outside the tent. What is that? It better not be that damn squirrel again. Wait. I can see its shadow. That's not a squirrel. Oh shit! What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that? Oh Jesus. Help! Somebody! The boat! I gotta get to the boat! The boat! No! No! Damn it! Appalachia, day 67, 50 degrees Fahrenheit and overcast. Last night was a disaster. My clothes are still damp. It's hard trying to stay warm. I lost my tent, my supplies, and my sleeping bag. Whatever that monstrosity is, it is 12 feet of teeth, claws, and is 100% pissed off. It's still stalking the beach over there, glaring in my direction, so I have no hope of reclaiming my goods. Even if... Oh, that's nice. It's wearing my hat. Cute. And I think it just gave me the middle claw. I've been venturing north on General Penis's trail, and stumbled upon something amazing. The ruins of the old Tyler County dirt track. Dad used to tell me stories of what it was like pre-war, when he and Mom would spend evenings out here at the fairgrounds, and then catch the Demolition Detonation 500 race at the track. In the old days, they used to use gas-powered cars to race each other around the track. Eventually, after a few decades, people got bored watching that, and only started attending to see car wrecks and bloodbaths, then stopped coming at all. Then the gas ran out, and the first atomic V8-powered cars rolled off the assembly line. The racetracks were saved. With the possibility of two colliding into a pleasing mushroom cloud, everyone showed up to watch. Heading inside now. Oh, a 2062 Chrysler Corvega. The seats are still in great shape. Even still has the limited edition Radiation King 15-speaker holotape system. You know, with a little work, I'm sure I could get this baby... Shooting at me. Someone's shooting at me.
Suck my dick, Raider! This here's my workshop!
What the hell are you talking about?
It's mine, I tell ya! You can just get out!
Relax, buddy, I'm just checking out the cars. Jeez, I don't want your stupid workshop.
No, you came here to jump my claim. This is my property. Steal it, take all the resources yourself, until someone else comes along to steal it from you.
Why would I want to do that? That sounds terrible. I mean, what are you mining over there? Screws and gears? Maybe some concrete? I can find all that in 15 minutes scabbing buildings. Calm down.
No, it's you versus me. Oh, it's go time for you, sumbitch.
Ah, Jesus. Fine. You want the smoke? You got the smoke. Wait, stop. You're gonna hit the... Ah, my legs.
You lose, Told you, this is mine.
Not anymore, it isn't. Next time, get good. Simon?
General Penis? Appalachia Day.
Don't do that. Why are you recording us?
I've been recording everything out there. It's what she told us to do.
Yeah, our leader. She did a bang-up job. Wrote us, cultivated us, pushed us in competitions, contests, athletic and academic events. Then what'd she do? Throw a party and walk out the door. 500 people given a handful of items and no plan. We went from a warm, dry, safe and modernized home to a living hell. Of course it only took a few days for people to start murdering each other.
Yeah. Speaking of walking out the door, where the hell were you guys? We had a plan, a promise, and a pact.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about that. I was only following orders.
What are you talking about?
After you headed off to bed, the overseer dropped by and talked to Amada and I. She didn't want anyone going out the door together. She ordered the bots to keep people separated. No one allowed to go out in pairs.
Why would she do that?
Do I look like I have the answers? I've just been trying to survive out here. Same as anybody else.
What about Amada?
What about her?
Well, where is she?
No idea. I had no idea where I was going. So I headed right and found a corpse with a pipe pistol and some rations. Headed down that road, but I think I should have turned left. That road was hell. Ran into Chad at one point. Son of a bitch stole my clothes while I was trying to clean up in a stream. You haven't seen him around, have you?
No, not as such.
Have you seen a super mutant yet?
Oh, what?
You're in for a treat. Have you eaten?
Nothing since day before yesterday. I camped out at an island downstream. It didn't go well. Lost all my gear, ingredients, tent, everything.
I have an extra bedroll I nicked off a Jan from sub-level 6. You remember her? Tits McGee?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, you're welcome to it. It's the least I could do for bailing on you.
I mean, thanks. It's the first nice thing anyone has done for me out here.
Here.
What is this?
What's it look like? It's stew.
I mean, what's in it?
Jan?
What?
Cram. Eat up.
This. Delicious. The cram has a weird texture, though. It's not as squishy. More like chicken.
Yeah. Everything tastes like chicken. Hey, have you shuffled your deck yet?
No. Look. I was really drunk that night. I don't think of you that way.
No, you moron. Your deck. Up here.
My what?
3 months out here, and you're like a babe in the woods. Those weren't just collectible trading cards you grabbed on your way out the door. They're genetic manipulators. The paper they're printed on has a thin enteric coating that dissolves instantly on contact. The bubblegum is a catalyst.
I hate bubblegum. I kept it in my wallet in case I needed to trade it for something, and traded it 3 weeks ago for 5 stim packs.
No wonder you're struggling. Don't worry, you'll find more card packs out here. This time, chew the damn gum.
I don't understand.
Look, put that down for a second. Close your eyes. I'm gonna share something with you.
No homo.
Would you kindly shut up and do it?
Fine. What the hell? What is...
Just relax. My genetic code has been fiddled with a bit. I'm sharing with you something that's gonna help.
No, this is fine. My skin's tingling and I can taste cinnamon and metal in my mouth. I'm sure everything's just fine.
There. Done. Now turn off that stupid thing so we can get some sleep. There's something I need your help with tomorrow.
Yes. You know, I just ate, but I'm hungry again.
Go to sleep, Simon. Turn that damn thing off.
Appalachia, day 68. Sunny and bright. Jake?
General Penis, with a number 1.
No, I'm not calling you that anymore. It's ridiculous. I might as well go around calling myself Corporal Balls with a Z. Shut up so I can finish this. I slept the most soundly I have since setting out here. Woke up famished. So we finished off what was left of the stew and are headed north. It seems a fellow vault dweller, no one we knew, has an encampment near here, and a few weeks back had murdered Jake in cold blood.
Yeah, but I didn't die.
Dude, shut up. The guy's camp is surrounded with turrets, so we intend on approaching from a copse of trees and brush in the northwest corner and sneak in through a window. Our Pip-Boy indicates the guy spends most of his time on the second floor, so we should be able to get the drop on him.
Yeah. Saddle up, let's go.
That's all for now. Fingers crossed. Appalachia, day 68, continued. I don't know where to start. Food will no longer be a problem, it seems. So much has happened today. Let me start at the beginning. Firstly, everything was going according to plan. We approached the shack, with shadow and brush obscuring us as we crept along the ground. The window couldn't be opened, but I believe it was some sort of optical illusion. We were able to jump right through it, as if it wasn't really there. The downstairs was unfinished and relatively empty. As we approached the stairs, a board creaked, and before we had a chance to react, the dweller was upon us in a hail of gunfire. I was able to take shelter behind a stash chest. Jake lunged at the guy, slashing with his combat knife. He was able to quickly disarm him, and they began grappling to the death. Seeing my opportunity, I surged forward and we tackled him to the ground. What happened next is a blur.
You were an animal, dude.
Some kind of red fury filled my vision. I wasn't myself. This hunger overtook me.
You ate his face.
Yes, I ate him. Can't believe I did that, but it tasted good. Familiar somehow.
Yeah, it did. You ate leftover Jan last night.
What?
It was Jan stew, not cram stew.
You fed me, Tits McGee.
And you licked the bowl clean. Once you get over the horror of it, you're good to go. What I shared with you amplifies everything. Takes your genetic clock back to a true survival state. Ancient. Reflexes, jaw strength, dexterity and strength, all amplified. You don't have to worry about going hungry again. If it moves, you can eat it raw.
You fed me. A person.
Look, it's not a big deal. That guy has no head left. You weren't complaining when you were at the buffet table, dude. It was an experiment. Wasn't sure if I could pass on a genetic trait.
An experiment. No, I get it. You tricked me. It's the way things are out here. You, Chad, it's just the way it goes. I get it now.
Hey, the first 48 hours are when you are most hungry. You have to be careful. You may not have all your marbles straight. You, want any leftovers?
No. I'm good. For now.
You're not mad, are you?
No, not at all. Why don't you turn in? I'll keep an eye out just in case we were followed back to camp.
Fair enough. Good night.
Hungry. Time to run an experiment of my own. Appalachia, day 69. Jesus Christ. ate Jake. I did it to prove a point, fueled by rage and misdirected anger. I assumed he'd simply come back to life, as we all do, but something's wrong. It's been 14 hours, and his body is still here, along with a paper bag filled with springs, screws, and broken glass. If he hasn't returned by nightfall, I'll have to bury him. I think I've made a terrible mistake, but this hunger, I can't control it. The rules of this place make no sense, but I'm beginning to learn that out here you can't trust anyone. I'm getting hungry again. Hungry. This is Kenneth Vigue. Before we close this episode, I wanted to give you a bit of news on the podcast. Firstly, I continue to be blown away and humbled by the support. I had the great pleasure of being interviewed by the Vault Boys West Virginia podcast, who also had aired the first episode for their listeners. If you hadn't had a chance to listen to their show, do so now. I also joined up with the Robots Radio Network, an enclave, if you will, of fellow podcasters headed by Tom, who runs the Fallout Lorecast. Another excellent listen if you want more story behind our favorite game series. We also have a brand new website, fallout76podcast.com. Huzzah! There you can find links to all of the podcasts on your favorite apps, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, and more. If I could beg, borrow, and plead for you to do one thing, if you love this podcast, please take a moment to review us on iTunes and or Stitcher. It really and truly helps me get this show out there more. I also have to tell you that there will be a 3-week hiatus between this episode and episode 4, but the reason is a great one. We now have a full cast of talent who will be voicing characters this season, creating for more dynamic stories. I'll be spending the next weeks writing out our entire season of scripts so we can get working on stories that will carry you right into the fall. Follow us on Facebook, and please show your love with likes, shares, and comments. I'll see you in the Wasteland.